Chapter 7. Accepting his connection to others, the traveler must take up company for his journey. The giving of gifts symbolizes friendship, love, and trust. Loneliness has passed. I wake up with a whole storm of energy. Today is my birthday. I'm 16. I know I'm getting old enough that I shouldn't be excited anymore, but my family can't afford many gifts anyway. But none of this dampens my mood one bit. I jump out of bed, grab my cane, and race into the family room. Mom and Dad are already up and waiting for me. "Happy birthday!" Mom squeals, stomping her feet in excitement. "Today you're no longer my brave little oak tree." "You're finally gonna stop calling me that embarrassing nickname?" I ask with a laugh. "You betcha. I hereby dub you my big brave oak tree." She touches the wrapped gift down on both my shoulders in succession, as if I'm being royally knighted. "Oh, great," I joke. "Happy birthday, son." Dad gives me a manly pat on the back and places a second present in my hands. I tear into the gift, scratching off the wrapping paper like a feral cat. Once enough of the paper is removed, I open the box. The scent of virgin leather enters my nostrils. New boots, just like I asked for. I run my fingers up and down the hard surface, counting the number of holes for the laces. On each side, 10, which is 2 more than my previous pair. Indentations rise and fall on the bottom of the soles. A series of stars on the heel and horizontal lines across the boot. I stick my hand inside the boot to find a springy interior cushion. I waste no time in pulling on the new footwear over my pajama pants. "They're great," I say. "They look good too," Mom points out, popping a second present into my lap. This one is a book, like Dad said it would be. "Sophocles?" I ask, trailing my thumb across the cover's bumpy surface. "Sophocles," Dad corrects. "We noticed how much you were enjoying the Odyssey and thought you might like to read more classic works from your proud Greek heritage. The rest of the volumes are on your bookshelf for later." I force a smile. I was hoping for something more fun, like Harry Potter or the Hunger Games. I'm only reading the Odyssey out of necessity. "Do you like it?" Mom asks. "Yes, thank you." I make sure to show my teeth in a full-on fake display of happiness, a perfected skill in my teen arsenal. "Oh, good," Mom says, hugging me and telling me happy birthday once more. "So, what would you like for breakfast? Anything you want, I'll make it. Today's your special day." "How about pancakes?" "Perfect. I'll make bacon too." Mom hurries into the kitchen to get to work, leaving Dad and me behind in the living room. "So, 16 today." I guess you're officially a man. You think so? I roll my feet from heel to toe and from side to side to begin breaking in my new footwear. Absolutely. And I think this means you're old enough to know right from wrong, to make your own decisions. Okay. I hesitate. Why is Dad talking like this? Mom's singing drifts into the living room, bringing in the delicious aroma of pork fat as she drops strips of bacon into the large cast iron frying pan with a series of sizzles and snaps. Heart and soul, I fell in love with you. Na na na. La 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 la. I smile at Mom's good-naturedness, even if she is a horrible singer. How's the job hunt going? I ask Dad. Not too good, he sighs, rubbing his palms along the front of his pants and shifting his positioning on the couch. Well, you'll find something eventually. Yeah, I suppose I will, he says, drumming his fingers on his knee to the rhythm of Mom's song. Your mother's such a happy person through it all. I snap my fingers to signal agreement and say, uh-huh, for added measure. You know you mean the world to her, more than her shop, more than me, more than her even. I know, I sigh. She'd be really upset if you ever got into trouble, especially if the trouble can't be avoided. Dad, I moan. The fight was ages ago. I apologized and it won't happen again, okay? Okay. Be on your best behavior and everything will be fine. I groan. I'm a good kid and didn't do anything to deserve a lecture, especially on my birthday. Dad reaches over and squeezes my knee. That's a good man, he says, reclining back in his seat and affecting a more casual air. Oh, by the way, Mom says you can invite your friends over for pizza after school to celebrate. After my special birthday breakfast, Mom and Dad drive me to school together. While Mom tells me have a great day, Dad commands me to remember what we talked about. Simmi meets up with me before first period to wish me a happy birthday. Apparently, Mom told her about it when I wasn't around. Taking my cane out of my hand, Simmi tries a double knot. Simmi ties a double knot, fastening a balloon to the handle. That is the custom here, right? She asks innocently. To show everyone that today's your birthday? Yes, I mumble. I had no idea of announcing to the whole school it's my birthday. Don't worry, Simmi says, giving me a big hug. It's going to be a great day. Brady passes by us. Oh, Alex, he mimics in a high-pitched voice. Oh, Alex. Oh, Simmi, he says, in a stupefied whine. With a stupefied whine. Oh, Simmi. Simmi holds on to me tight and shifts her head toward Brady, pushing the strong scent of her coconut hair straight into my face. Brady walks away without saying anything else to us. He doesn't bother me for the rest of the day, not even to comment on the balloon jerking above me with each stride down the hall. I made him behave, Simmi tells me at lunch. I made Brady be nice to you today. How do you do that? I'm in awe. Don't you remember anything about my gift? She punches my shoulder. Today I've used my gift to give you a gift. A day without having to endure Brady's nonsense. I say nothing, still trying to figure out how she was able to control Brady's mood. Did she touch him? She better not have touched him. You're welcome, Simmi says with a heaving pile of sass. Taking a seat at her table and unpacking her lunch, Shapri asks, For what? For his birthday gift. I don't think he likes it very much. I don't think he likes it very much, Simmi whines. What, the balloon? Shapri asks. It's a very nice balloon, Alex. Speaking of which, I got something for you too. Really? Shapri and I aren't close. In fact, the only time we've ever been alone was when we first met at her mom's shop. Yes, Shapri states. It's actually from my mom. What's my mom doing giving you gifts anyway? She shoves a package across the table toward me. I catch it before my lunch gets knocked to the floor. Well, open it already, Simmi urges. This gift is placed loosely inside a bag. I reach in and extract a smooth stone about the size of a quarter, but much thicker and shaped like an oval. I turn it over in my hand and notice an X-shaped indentation on one side. Thanks, but what is it? It's a rune, Shapri explains. There's a bunch more, too. That's just one of them. Hey, what's my mom doing giving you runes anyway? I don't know. I say defensively. I don't even know what a rune is. I reach into the bag and take out another and set it down on the table. I keep pulling out more and more from the bag, trying to get a count on how many there are, while Shapri continues to talk. It turns out there are 24 in all, each with a different image on its surface. A rune is a scrying tool, something you use for divination, Shapri says, as if this is common knowledge, and I should be embarrassed about not having known. A scrying tool? I ask, trying to remember where I've heard this word before. It hits me. Oh, like a crystal ball? Yeah, like a crystal ball, or tarot cards, or a dowser, or lots of other things, Shapri says. But what's my mom doing giving them to you? I have no idea, I admit, shaking my head. Guys, guess I'll ask her. She's not trying to convince you that you're gifted, is she? I stall, hoping Simmi will respond for me, because I don't know how much Shapri knows about this, or if she's likely to announce it to the whole school once she finds out. If she is, don't listen to her, Shapri continues. My whole life she's been trying to convince me that I'm gifted. But I don't believe her. I don't think there's any such thing as an ability to see the future, or move objects with your mind, or talk to the dead. Yeah, me neither, I half lie. Simmi clears her throat. But tell your mom thank you for the gift. Okay, Shapri says, getting up from the table. Her sneakers squeak on the linoleum as she crosses the cafeteria to retrieve something. "Hey," I say, since Simmi and I are now alone, I don't want to invite Shapri. It is my birthday after all. Mom said I could invite a friend for pizza after school. Do you want to come?" "I'd love to come," Simmi answers, reaching across the table to squeeze my hand. "Come where?" Shapri asks, returning much too quickly with her jumbo wad of napkins. "To Alex's after school for pizza." "Oh yeah, I love pizza." "Great," I say, trying my best not to sound sarcastic. But she's invited herself along, so what can I do? The three of us agree to meet after school at the flagpole at 6th period. The plan is to walk over to the strip mall together, and then Mom will drive us home for our pizza party. Simmi and I arrive at the rally point together from Mrs. Warzinski's to wait for Shapri. Several minutes go by. I want to suggest we leave without her, but don't think that'll score me any points with Simmi. "You didn't want Shapri to come tonight, did you?" Simmi asks. "Well, no. I mean, it's fine. I'm glad she could come." I sputter. "You're a horrible liar," Simmi teases, pushing me playfully. "Hey, that's not fair. I can't hit you back. You're a girl." "I'm just teasing you." Simmi blows a raspberry and pulls her body up onto the circular wall surrounding the flagpole area. I hesitate before heaving myself up too. Simmi scooches over so we touch at the hips. Ooh. She loops her hand through the crook of my arm and places her head on my shoulder. "I never would have gotten away with this in India," she says, "but I'm glad I can here. I'm a psychic feeler. I need to be in touch with others." She pauses and strokes my arm with her free hand. "You know, when I touch someone, I can make them feel what I want them to, but I can also sense their existing emotions. It's almost the same as being able to read minds. Everything important has to do with the heart, not logic." She lightens her tone. "But don't tell Dr. Brown I said that. He'll take marks off of my next chem exam out of spite." I laugh nervously. Is she like Miss Teak in a way? Can she read my feelings for her? If she can, why hasn't she said anything? I contemplate reaching over and kissing her, so I know for sure how she feels. I've never kissed anyone before, though. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to initiate it. Do I take her out to dinner and a movie first, or make some lengthened speech declaring my intentions? Do I kiss her just like that, or do I ask her for permission before I make the big move? I decide to ask if it's okay. Simmi is a classy girl. She needs respect. I swallow, hoping the emotion will open my airway, because right now I'm kind of having trouble catching my breath. "Simmi," I start. "Yeah, Alex?" She lifts her head and links her hand in mine, nudging her slender fingers between each of mine. "Would it be okay if I you two are, Shapri says, running over to us, panting hard. I thought we were meeting in the commons. No, we agreed on the flagpole, Simmi says, hopping down from the wall. The moment is gone. I don't know when I'll get the chance. And the nerve again. My opinion of Shapri transforms from cautious indifference into outright hatred. Why did she invite herself along? Shapri clears her throat. Did I interrupt something here? Maybe a little romance? What? No. Simmi laughs. Coconut fills the air when she shakes her head. Nothing like that. Alex is a brother to me. Ouch. Pain stabbed me in the heart. I'm like a brother to her? I guess this means romance is off the table. As we walk toward the strip mall, I attempt to keep Shapri between Simmi and I. I don't want Simmi close enough to touch me. Shapri talks most of the time, meaning I don't have to say much. She rambles on about how great her father is and how weird her mom is and how much better she likes living in New Orleans than here in Grandin. I'm regretting this whole thing. I've never had friends over for a birthday party in the past. I should have just maintained that lonely tradition this year, rather than to let this distance develop with Simmi and closeness with Shapri. I wish Shapri wasn't so annoying, because then I could make a pass at her and just use her to make Simmi jealous. Then Simmi might change her mind about me being her brother. So anyway, he told me it's better to get a big fish in a little pond than to be a medium fish in a big pond, because I might get eaten alive by an even bigger fish, Shapri says. My dad is so smart. He's always saying things like that. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. Alex, he told me to tell you happy birthday and to ask you what your name was and to ask you what your one wish is. I wonder how much farther we need to walk to get to Mom's shop. Seems it might rain soon. My ability to foretell these things can be uncanny. But when the air becomes laden with micro droplets, it's quite easy to sense an impending storm. When the clouds build up gradually, however, I can easily miss it. Like today, the air is charged with static electricity, the same sensation you get if you let your fingers hover about an inch away from an open outlet. Is the air electric? Or is that just because of the tension between the three of us? Simmi comes up beside me and shakes my arm. I pull away, perhaps too quickly. I don't want her reading my emotions. Alex, she murmurs, Shapri asked you a question. What? What? I spit. Why can't Shapri understand I don't like her? I don't want her here. My dad wants to know what your birthday wish is, Shapri says with the volume dial turned to high, speaking to me as if I'm deaf rather than blind. Isn't that supposed to be private? I growl. Shapri stops walking. Don't talk to me like that, Alex, she warns. It's your birthday, so I'll let you get away with it today, but now, don't talk to me like that. Ever. Okay, fine, sorry, I say, walking ahead past the girls. Well, what's your birthday wish? Shapri asks again, back to her usual flippant manner. I thought we had moved past this topic, but apparently we're still here. I don't know, I say, trying my best to keep the growing anger in check. Well, think about it. Dad says if you make a single birthday wish and if you focus really, really hard, it just might come true. A special kind of birthday magic. Yeah. Yeah, so make sure you come up with a wish before your birthday's over. You don't want to wait a whole other year for the opportunity. Hey, Simmi, when's your birthday? I listen long enough to hear that Simmi's birthday is in June, and then begin to ponder what Shapri said. A few weeks ago, I would have laughed in her face if she had come to me with talk about birthday magic. Now I've learned to believe the unbelievable, and I think she may be right. Why wouldn't the universe be willing to grant me a wish just once a year? It owes me that much, right? As soon as I decide that, yes, I would be making a wish, I know what to wish for. Simmi. As the girls continue to chatter away, I focus on my feelings for Simmi, on my almost kiss with her. I imagine Shapri never came over and interrupted us, and I asked Simmi if I could kiss her, and she said yes. Our lips met, and we shared a beautiful, sexy kiss. As we pulled away from each other, Simmi whispered in her breathy, sweet voice, I love you, Alex. That's my birthday wish, to be Simmi's boyfriend, not her brother. At Sweet Blossoms, Mom makes a huge fuss over my becoming a ladies' man. And with such pretty ladies, too. I keep my hands clasped on my cane to keep myself from strangling her. After making sure that she's thoroughly embarrassed me enough, Mom closes up shop early, then swings by the pizza parlor and delivers the three of us to an empty house. Dad's out on another job interview, Mom explains, laying out paper plates and napkins and extracting a 2-liter bottle of pop from the fridge. The scent of oranges wafted from the open soda bottle. Let's save him a couple of slices, okay? Shapri flips the lid off the first pizza box. Ham and pineapple, she says, moving on to the next box. Now here's what I'm talking about. Pepperoni with extra cheese. Yum. Pineapple and ham is Alex's favorite, Mom announces from the kitchen as she pours the pizza soda into Dixie cups. Yes, it is, I say, nudging Shapri out of the way so I can plop a few slices onto my plate. I don't care how early in the afternoon it is. I'm hungry. I shove a slice into my mouth, and the grease drips down my chin. Shapri crunches on a slice of the pepperoni and cheese. Are you eating the crust first? I ask. Are you eating the crust first? I ask. The tip of the pizza goes in mushily, not crunchily. Of course, Shapri says. Her voice is muffled since her mouth is completely full of food. That's how you're supposed to eat it. Save the best for last. Weird, I say, taking another huge chomp out of my pizza from the intended end. Do they have pizza where you come from, Simmi? Sorry. Do they have pizza where you come from, Simmi? Mom asks. Yes, Simmi answers curtly. Oh dear. Well, why aren't you eating any then? Don't you like pizza? Yes, I like pizza very much, but I pause before tearing into my second slice. What's wrong? I ask. Well, I don't eat meat. Oh, Simmi explains, but it's okay. I'll just pick it off. Oh no, Mom groans. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. She comes over to the table and places a roll of paper towels in front of Simmi with a thud. You can use this to blot at the pizza. Mom comes up behind me and places her hands on my chair. Okay, I'll let you kids enjoy your party. I'm heading to the garden to water the tomatoes. When Dad comes home, send him outside, okay? Mom kisses me on the head and takes her leave. Shapri and I continue eating our pizza like we've been starved our entire lives. Simmi blots politely at her slice. It's quiet, so I presume that she's picking off the toppings. Then she tears the slice into small bits and places them in her mouth. A few minutes later, Dad arrives through the front door. Hey, Alex, he calls from the next room while removing his shoes. Hi, Alex's friend. He hangs up his jacket and makes his way over to the kitchen. I hope he saves me a slice or two. He stops walking, freezing as if he were a deer in the headlight. As if he were a deer about to get hit by a semi truck or on a lonely country road. Hi, Dad, I mutter. Mom says she wants you to meet her outside in the garden. Dad clears his throat and walks back toward the front door. None of us say anything until he's gone outside. That was weird, Shapri says. I wonder what his problem was. Dad's kind of been a bit unusual lately, I say, hoping we can talk about something else. The way he was staring at me, like I'm a ghost or something. From outside, Dad's voice floats in and hangs above our conversation. I can't quite make out the words, but I can tell he's angry. Really angry. I better be going, Shapri says, shoving one last bite into her mouth, then brushing her hands off against each other, making a loud clapping noise. You don't need to leave because of him, I say. I guess Dad still ranks number 1 on the people I don't like list. The people I don't want him acting like this around my guests, whether I invited them or not. Whether I invited them of my own accord or not. No, I have to go, Shapri says, with tons of conviction, while throwing her paper plate away under the sink and then heading toward the door. My dad's here to walk me home. He told me he'd pick me up, and now here he is. Shapri throws her coat on over her shoulders and shoves her feet into her slip-on shoes. clacking the heels against the floor as she wiggles them on. I'll see you both at school tomorrow. Happy birthday again, Alex. Bye. Only about 30 seconds pass between the time Shapri decides to leave and the time that she disappears through the front door. Simmi takes a loud, slurping sip of pop. I wonder what was all that about, she says. No idea, I whisper, in case Dad is listening. I wonder why your father didn't come in to say hello. Forget coming in. He didn't come at all. No one was outside. Shapri just walked off by herself.